Good afternoon, students. I wish you all a happy new year. Welcome to the chapter Light, Reflection and Refraction. In the last class, we discussed about the ray diagrams for the image formation of a concave mirror. That is, 6 diagrams are there. Okay. So when the image is kept at infinity, when the object is kept at infinity, when the object is kept beyond C, when the object is kept at C, when the object is kept between C and F, when the object is kept at F, when the object is kept between F and P. For all the cases, we have drawn the images and we have analyzed how the image will be formed and nature of the image and all. Now in this class, we shall consider about the formation of image by a convex mirror. So here, in formation of image by a convex mirror, the object is kept at 2 positions. One is at infinity, another is between infinity and the pole P. So here we consider 2 positions of the object for studying the image formation by a convex mirror. First is when the object is at infinity, and the second position is when the object is at finite distance from the mirror. The ray diagram for the formation of image by convex mirrors for these 2 positions of the object are shown in diagrams A and B. First is when the image is at infinity. So you can see the rays coming from the object. So when we know when the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it will pass through the focus F. So here I have traced the dotted lines back. So it will pass through F. So again you can see, so another ray it is passing through F. Dotted line. Okay, so here we get the highly diminished point sized image. So what is the nature of the image form? It is virtual and erect. So next one, if you consider the image between infinity and a pole P of the mirror. So if you keep the object between infinity and pole P of the mirror as shown in diagram B. So here one is when the ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection it will pass through F. And another ray, you take a scale, so you see that the point A and C coincide, so draw a line that will pass through A and C, that is center of curvature. So if the ray pass through center of curvature, I told you it is reflected back in the same path. Okay, you can see the arrow diagrams in the same straight line, same line segment. Okay, so you can join A and C. Then both lines where it intersect, you see both the lines intersecting. One is passing through center of curvature, other one passing through focus. So that line to axis you draw, that will be the size of the image. Okay, so here also it is virtual and erect. Okay, so size of the image here is also virtual and erect. So always the convex mirrors produce virtual and erect image. You understood now? So for both the cases, when the object is kept at infinity, the image produces highly diminished point size which is virtual and erect. And when the object is kept between infinity and the pole P also, the image formed is reduced in size and it is always virtual and erect. So keep in mind, always convex mirrors produce virtual and erect image for both the conditions. Okay, so for both the conditions, virtual and erect image is formed. So now let us discuss about the uses of convex mirrors. So they may ask the question, why convex mirror is used instead of plane mirror in a vehicles? Okay, so in vehicles, why convex mirror is used instead of a plane mirror? Or they may ask, plane mirror is not used in a vehicles. Okay, why? They may ask like that. Or they may ask, what is the use of convex mirror? For 1 mark. Okay, so convex mirrors are commonly used as a rear view mirrors in vehicles. These mirrors are fitted on the sides of the vehicles. We have seen, I think, in vehicles and all, fitted with the mirrors, or 2-wheelers, or it may be 4-wheelers. Okay, so mirrors, you can see mirrors. The mirrors are usually convex mirror. So why they are fitted with the convex mirrors? Because it will enable the driver to see the traffic behind him, okay, or her behind him are to facilitate safe driving. He can see large view of coverage behind him. So another one is the convex mirrors are preferred because they give erect diminished image. Erect as though erect and diminished image. Okay. So next, it enables the driver to view much larger area than it would be possible with a plane mirror. Next, we shall discuss about the sign conventions. So in the diagram, you can see the sign conventions, new Cartesian sign conventions, figure 10.9. So how the distances are measured from object to pole P or from image to pole P. Okay, how the distances are measured. Okay, so now let us discuss the sign conventions for reflection by spherical mirrors. So first one is when the object is always placed, the object is always placed to the left of the mirror. So here first sign convention is the object should always be placed to the left of the mirror. This implies that the light from the object falls on the mirror from left hand side. Second sign convention is all the distances parallel to principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. All the distances parallel to principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. Third one, all the distances measured to the right of the origin, okay, that is along positive x-axis are taken as positive, while those measured to the left of the origin are taken as negative. You can see in the diagram, okay, you can see in the diagram in textbook page number 79 also you can see the figure 10.9. Distances measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis along positive y-axis are taken as positive. So distances which are measured above the principal axis, perpendicular and above the principal axis is taken as positive. Next, distances measured perpendicular to and below the principal axis, that is along minus y axis, y dash, okay, plus y upward, minus y downward. So if we take along below the principal axis, minus y axis, it is taken as negative. They may ask this for 2 marks, write sign conventions for spherical mirrors, for reflection by spherical mirrors. Then you have to write this 5 points. Okay, so this is very important. So you should write this one. First one is the object is always placed to the left of the mirror. Okay. Next one, all the distances parallel to principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. So third one is all the distances measured to the right of the origin, that is towards positive x-axis. Right of the origin is taken as positive. And all the distances measured towards the left of the axis, x-axis, that is a negative axis, minus negative axis is taken as minus, negative. Next, fourth one, the distances measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis are taken as positive. So whatever the distances measured above the principal axis or perpendicular to that is taken as positive, that is positive y-axis. And fifth one, the distances measured perpendicular to and below the principal axis are taken as negative.